Guys, it's been really hard. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so tired. I've been working my butt off for just so long, and I don't know what to say. You ever reach that point in life where all you do is you just feel like you work, and no matter how much you work, you can't. You just can't get ahead. It doesn't matter how many times you laid a pipe, or how much money you make in life, or it doesn't matter how much success or awards or YouTube plaques, or it doesn't matter how much you get. This is sometimes you just crash out and life just Yeah, so I was lying. That was completely fake. Hopefully that was a decent performance, by the way. But yeah, hopefully I did a better acting job than that dude that was talking about his life was basically over and how he couldn't get his dick hard anymore because he had just watched too much pornography or whatever, which is funny name in itself. But apparently the guy had just been beating his meat so much and he couldn't keep a girlfriend. And this guy had a video talking about how he was 25 and he was completely crashing out in life over, adult films.
But you just think about starting any behavior at such an impressionable age and then continuing that behavior for 10 years. And you just think about like what kind of damage that could do. You know, my life is ruined, man. I'll never get that picture perfect family, white picket fence. Because I can't fucking love. I can't feel fucking anything, man. God, sometimes I just wish I was allowed to be a kid, man. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? I was a normal, healthy kid with normal sex drive, and I was taught to suppress it, man. And you want to know what the most twisted part about all this shit is I'm not even sexually attracted to girls in real life. You want to know how I know that, man? Because I get erectile dysfunction whenever I try to get with a girl.
And basically, if you review enough of this guy's content, you can tell that he was completely lying his ass off. It's all performance. You got to start doing more research. When videos go viral, don't watch just that video. Because if you watch just that video, you will be misled. Just like Ashton Hall and the whole viral clips about him doing his whole thing and the fact that he's really just trolling everyone on the internet. Everybody taking all those clips overly serious to paint a narrative around that guy to make it seem like he's just some clout chasing demon, which yeah, he's probably chasing clout. But to act like he's really just this fake alpha who's just this delusional doing all this stuff to be a better alpha male. And honestly, the dude is doing it as a performance. Have you not looked at the production value on those videos? He's shooting it in 8K. Clearly, everything is scripted and acted out. He's just having fun. Obviously, he really does put the time in the gym. Look at the guy's body. I mean, he's completely shredded out of this world. The dude looks like he's made directly out of anime. So, obviously, he does put in some work. Is he juicing? More than likely. Probably taking multiple jabs a day. But that's irrelevant if he's taking multiple jabs a day. The point being is he really does put in a lot of work. He really does make a lot of money. And quite frankly, I would follow him because I think his content is funny. I think it's entertaining. I think there's a lot of value to get out of some of that content if you just want to laugh at something. Or if you just want to look at some stuff that's supposed to be serious, but you know it's not. Like those running montages, epic. Absolutely epic. Where it looks like he's training for the Avengers. Oh, hell yeah. Looks like a great time. Let me be one of those guys shooting the camera. I will gladly be one of the fake servicemen or Secret Service guys out there helping him. I don't care. I would do it because it seems like a good time. Seems like he's really enjoying his life. He's a life coach, which I think that whole thing is a facade in itself, which he actually apparently is a actual life coach. I don't believe in life coaches because like whose life is so much put together that they need to be telling somebody else their life is put together. But I don't want to make that a contradiction because it sounds like we shouldn't really have therapists because nobody's life is fully put together. But that's a different story for a different day. Anyway, I'm just saying this guy is a complete sociopath. Ivan Preach got it right. He's lying. He is lying his ass off. Performative. This guy, you can't ever tell me that somebody's being serious with their emotions if you're going to shoot videos from multiple different camera angles. If I'm shooting a video here talking about my script right now and all of a sudden I finish what I'm saying and I'm in a completely different location, it means I said my script multiple times and all I did was just cut it and go to new location. Lies. That means I had to refabricate all that emotion, everything I was doing all over again, which means everything is an act. He lied for views because he was one of those people. Look, I've told people this many a times. If you're talking about self-deletion, you're not going to keep talking about it. You're just going to do it. And the people who actually do self-delete and trying to have like respect for those who I know I have and anybody you know that might have, they don't announce it to the world. They just don't. They don't announce it to everybody in the world. They just vanish and then everybody's effing sad and mourns what happens to that individual because people want to know what happened. But they're not going to sit here and make multiple videos that's going to garner hundreds of thousands of views just so they can, really input that message. No, you don't keep doing that if you're talking about something so serious. Nah, this guy made a bunch of content basically talking about how he's struggling in life with his P-word addiction, adult film production, addiction, and the fact that he's struggling with depression and he wants to end his life. And he's lying. And that is really frustrating because there are a lot of people, obviously, who really struggle with mental health. And the fact that he's actually preying on your mental health lets you know that he is a true predator. He's a real predator. That's exactly what he is. That is the definition of that word. Someone who preys on others, and he's preying on your emotions. He's hoping that you're emotionally weak enough to give him money, to support him, to be like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for this individual. Oh my goodness, look at this young man who's supposedly a really good looking young man. How could he be crashing out in life like this? How could it be so bad? Let me throw him $100. Let me throw him $5. Let me throw him $20. Let me support his channel. Let me help him grow. Let me share it. Other people need to hear this ridiculous message that he's completely capping out of his ass. Let's do that. Tell you, man, the internet is a scary place. You got to stop watching just the one clip and coming up with a determination. On my channel on YouTube, I am determined to continue to bring videos to folks that gives you way more context. Like the Ashton Hall situation, I got a video I got to finish still making on that because I got to make sure I put it in the proper context to let people know that he is trolling and that everybody who made a bunch of content on this guy lied to you. They misled you to make you believe that this guy was doing something that he's not. He's not taking it serious like everybody else made it seem like. It is satire. It is a joke. It is funny, actually. It really is. But the fact that everybody else out here trying to actually paint a picture of this man to say that he was doing something serious when he wasn't, and trying to make, him seem to be like he's a bad guy, because most of these alpha male gurus and stuff like that, they're pieces of shit. Everybody hates those people. They suck. They're the worst people to have in a room, when it really looks like the people who are around them seem like they're probably actually having a good time. So I don't believe he's in the same category as people like Myron and Fresh from Fresh and Fit, or the other people of the manosphere, the most toxic places of the internet. I don't think he actually exists there. I think he's just a parody of those individuals. To be honest, I really do. And some of the advice that he was giving, people completely took that stuff out of context. Somebody said, oh, he's comparing himself to Jesus Christ. And it's like, no, he's not. If you listen to it, all he was saying is if you are a true follower, if you're a true leader, you're going to lead and people will eventually follow you. People will doubt you along the way. People doubted Jesus. You know what? And look who he was. People still end up following that man. He was still a true leader. But people criticized him along the way. That's all he was saying. He's just saying on your path to being a true leader, to being somebody who really owns things in their life, people are going to hate on you. Period. And that's all he was really saying. But if you want to clip like 3 seconds up out of the clip and then, hey, because the people's attention spans are so slow and so little that they don't get the context that they need to really understand what's going on with all these people or the actual situation, it just leaves them hanging. And I feel like that is doing your audience a true disservice. I think you're just lying to your audience. And I think at that point in time, people should be punished by their audience by saying, you know what, unsubscribe, because you're lying to me. I don't like people who just lie purposely. If you get some stuff wrong or if you don't get it right, so be it. Sometimes we don't always get the facts right when you're making videos or you do some things on a quip. But if you got 1 million plus subscribers or you got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you're a full-time, influencer, YouTuber, blogger, whatever. You should be getting all of the context and you should never get that stuff wrong. If you're somebody who's working a true 9-to-5 or you're working yourself 1 million hours a day, or hell, even if you got a part-time job that takes up plenty of your time, or you got family obligations, or you got stuff that eats up at your time to really do the deep dive research, I get it. But most of these people that completely lied about these individuals or lied about this man, they just simply lied to do it. And that's effed up to me. Because they knew they can get away with it because it's going to garner clicks. It's clickbait. You lie in the titles, you lie in the thumbnails, and thus, guess what? You make more money because people are gullible enough to believe it. Because when you have that many subscribers and you have that many followers, people want to believe you're going to tell them the truth. That it's coming from a genuine place, and if it's not, F you. F you. Go to hell.